Yeah, hello, motherfuckers. Hi, welcome on in. Appreciate you guys coming through, especially there on YouTube. Guys, it means the world to have this amount of love and support and whatnot for all the Oregairu streams, especially this one going up on YouTube. Yes, we are probably ahead on YouTube by a lot because I still think they're editing season 1 by the time this goes up. I want to start off by saying this. Guys, grab a snack, sit back, relax. It's long form analysis content, according to YouTube, or psychoeducational analysis content. And through that, I want to go ahead and say, no, I don't read ahead. No, I don't watch ahead. No, I don't peek ahead. No, I don't listen to the audio, visual audio, whatnot. I don't have time for any of that. Everything that we do is decided live by the people here. And the number one thing is I get a lot wrong. As much as I get a lot right, I get a lot fucking wrong. But like the number one thing is taking these characters and analyzing them as far as we can fucking analyze them and break them down and whatnot. Because yes, there are 1,001 people that can be like, for everything, right? Or fucking watch a whole Disney movie in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes and be like, oh my God, right? Just fucking pog face emote the whole time. But for me, it's like, yes, for some of you, this might not be your content, 2 hours long analysis or an hour long analysis of breaking scenarios, character dynamic stuff down. But there's other people out there who really want to go ahead and talk about this, who really want to go ahead and look at this and maybe even take a lesson of that for themselves and apply it to their lives. Some of you guys might get angry. Dude, you go on too many tangents. Then that's because that message isn't for you. Maybe that's because that tangent doesn't necessarily hit an aspect of your life that maybe you've already gone over, or maybe you haven't just touched on yet, right? I assure you, and like especially later on as you keep going back and you look at some of these tangents that we've gone on, a lot of these apply in the greater scale of life as a psychoeducational aspect for the show that we're watching. And I know it might sound silly. And yes, sometimes even the horny ones, right? That's the number one aspect that I'm throwing out there because it's funny. It's great. It's great to be in a community that loves this show and that loves being in here to go ahead and talk about some of the deeper themes. And that's what we're about, ladies and gentlemen. We're not here to cater to a 10 to 15 minute content and then lock shit up behind a fucking Patreon and be like, for the rest of my pog face emojis, go watch it. No issues whatsoever with any of those. Because sometimes I fucking watch some of these reactions. They help out a ton, right? Like in order to process some emotions and shit. Like, you know, the Semblance of Sanity guys, fucking autosave, Tia Boo. Amazing. Tia Boo's more of a discussion channel overall. But like, overall, there's some amazing fucking content creators out there. Like legitimately amazing content creators out there as well. However, our channel is not just 30-minute discussion. Our channel is long form analysis and discussion. And I just wanted to go ahead and clarify that psychoeducational content to be in fact. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you ready? Are you ready? All right, let's go. Let's go. Why is she so fucking cute? Why does she do this? Hold on. Why does she do this? We fucking started off, it was 1 second. Why does she do this? Like, literally, Best Wing Girl comes through and showcases, like, love towards her, like, just love in that respectful way towards her brother, right? And it's continuous in the way that she even pokes fun. But why? And I'll even flip this over in another way, right? How far do you guys think Hachiman is willing to go for her? The more I process this, the more that I see that maybe she worries a little bit about her brother and about where she's going. And about where he's going, rather well said. Like, what steps is he taking to better himself? Or maybe even understanding that your brother or sibling isn't socially adept as, like, others should be. And she's overtaking or sometimes stepping up where she needs to fill in those gaps. He basically raised her. Yeah, which, again, parents. Yeah, she's just trying to pawn him off on another girl so she doesn't have to stop taking care of him. Super curious about where this is going. It's wanting to go pretty far. I think she does try to hype up the situation of positive source. Right. I can see that. Wait. Find out after these. She's straight up like, we'll be right back after these messages. She straight up just pulled a fucking Dr. Phil on us. God damn, brother. She got us good. She got us good, brother. We'll be right back. That's so good. That's so fucking good. But I do want to touch on this because a lot of people may not recognize what she's doing here. Why do you think she does this? Aside from getting him to try and buy these items, why does she approach it in this way? Memories to help him socialize more. So, even in psychology, and even in aspects like this, you'll hear the word priming, right? Which is priming your brain to literally be more acceptable or be able to go and retain information faster. She wants him to have fun, yes, going on all these little things to get stuff for them. But the way that she's doing it is in a, like, if you notice, it's always in a positive way. It's not just a, here, go to this ship for me, right? It's a, oh, yeah. What's number 2, right? What is this doing for her, right? Puts a guilt factor on him, yeah, well, kind of. If he fails to meet her, or if you meet her expectations, he'll have a guilt factor. Right? It's a very low stakes. Exactly, Astro. It's very low stakes that she's doing this in a positive way to get him to go out there and do certain things. The way that she's helping him, this is why we do this in school whenever they're like, repeat after me, right? It's to help your brain consolidate this and not forget it, right? It's I forgot what it was called, like mnemonic? No, not mnemonic. It's like a call and response, essentially. When you do a call and response, it's another way of having your brain solidify information, ground it to whatever is happening there, and be able to move forward. Aside from that, socialization aspects, he has to go out and socialize to get some of these things, right? Play form for positive response. Yep. Positive response in all of this. What I think the sister is beyond her years and fucking cute and amazing and shit. Although I do worry about like well, I mean, it's the internet. Of course, there's R34 about a bunch of the characters. I'm sure. I'm fucking sure of that. Interesting how we haven't seen the parents either as well. Oh. Hey yo, hold on. Why you moaning my name? Hey yo, why you moaning my name while I'm asleep next to you? Also, how do we get this close to one another? Now, Keith. What are you? Yeah, wait a minute. Best girl? Okay, if I woke up and someone's like, just get married already, and someone's like, you know, mentioning your name in their sleep, I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? Like, hold on, chat, you ready? Freezing demand, masters. I'm asleep. What the fuck do you do? John, my ears. You know, it's like silently whispering. It's like, daisuki da yo, right? Like, I'm just asleep. How do you guys feel about that? What the fuck do you do? Are you just like, nah, I ain't fucking addressing this? Whisper their name back, assert dominance. Like, what do you do in a scenario like that? Wake up, ask to explain. Oh, God. So, question for y'all. I'm looking at this. Did Psyche go over in the middle of the night and get closer to Hachiman? Because clearly, I hate to put it this way, clearly, we see everyone else, you know, appropriate to their bed standards in some way, shape, or form. And you see his pillow literally on the edge over here. And so someone that may have gotten up in the middle of the night, crawled on over, because Hachiman is still in his full little, blankie, right? And Saika doesn't have a blankie at all. That means, logically speaking, Hachiman has a blankie. The other guy has a blankie. Why would Saika not have a blankie unless they got up in the middle of the night and decided to go over and scoot right next to Hachiman here? Oh, brothers. Brothers, the Saika X Hachiman theory is starting to be real. Oh, in my head, this is starting to be real. This is a completely different OP. What the fuck is this? You guys made me analyze the other OP for hours. For an hour. This is a different OP. What the fuck, chat? At least the lyrics are the same. I'm looking at the way that Hachiman is standing, of course, on the bubbles and the colors that make up our title, but that also represent the girls, right? And it's making me wonder this. At this point in time, who does Hachiman feel the most safe with? At this point in time, who is Hachiman opening up more to? At this point in time, if we were to go ahead and put this, and the whole world is filled with these colors and filled with this aspects of like of what's around us. What is he standing on? He's standing on Yui's color. I would say some pink, Yui, blue, Yukino, right? What color? So I'm looking at this, and I'm also looking at his own little shade of red, and a different red than the red that's on the ground or the pink that's on the ground. So it makes me wonder this: how much luggage, how much trauma does he have with him? And is he prepared to love others? Do you think that would hold him back if he were to go ahead and definitely choose, say, only pink tiles to move on or blue tiles to move on? How much trauma, yes and no? Do you feel as though the trauma that he has would cause him to relapse? The amount of trauma, the amount of like issues that he has from his past, do you think he loves himself at this point? Do you think he could love others at this point? That is an excellent question. There's something wrong here. The OP isn't right. Wait, what's not right? Relapse for sure. And that's sort of what I'm thinking about. I'm like, where exactly does he fit? And if so, if approached, would he relapse? And look, he was red on this one and now he's blue on this one. And that's what makes me wonder. Does his trauma inside of him, does he have an aspect of rage and depression? Does he have an aspect of anxiety, maybe, and depression, right? The anxious element of, do I open myself up? And if I open myself up to others, will I be hurt again? And still the aspect of the trauma that has happened in his past that he still needs to go ahead and go through. It could be comorbid, 100%. And that's what these colors, especially as it's being highlighted in him, is making me wonder, you know? From last episode's correct, OP for the season. This one's just for episode 1. And he's isolated, true. No. And yet it goes around. Okay, take a look at this, right? The future is an unknown beast. All it takes is a crack for it to be twisted. And for this same crack and for it to be twisted, it zooms in on Yui's chair. What the fuck is gonna happen this season? What the fuck is gonna happen this season, boys? For it to be twisted, for a crack to happen and it to be twisted, and the camera's like, and zoom in on fucking Yui's chair. What the fuck? No. The Fire Nation will attack. But also all the empty chairs. And again, that's sort of what makes me wonder, right? All these extra narratives that will be added. And empty chairs, by the way, is a very Gestalt technique therapy. Or technique intervention in therapy that we often use, which is a way to express your narrative in different forms or perspectives. You guys can't tell me, bro. You can't tell me that this shit isn't going to be a fucking slapper of a season when it really looks like there's been a big dividing line between the girls and fucking Hachiman here. And like their shadows are looming large and they're not even staring at one another. This is going to be an interesting fucking season. If it touches on this element, right, of maybe even subdivision or breaking apart, relationship dissolution, if that. Interesting how Yukino is the one to take a step forward. Interesting how she's the one to take a step forward while Yui and Hachiman are both sort of frozen in step there. It could be forward or away, but it's still her forward, right? And that's what I find interesting. Like, while the others remain frozen in place, she's the one that's taking a step. That is interesting character, plot development, whatnot, that you want to go and put. You guys can't tell me. You guys can't fucking tell me that the colors don't correlate with the girls, especially after when Yui touches him, he fucking turns all pink and shit. I love frames like this because we're getting different perspectives, different shots that are to being told, right? Every step forward actually doesn't necessarily have to be. Right. A lot of people seem to mistake like taking a step forward with that always being positive. But no, sometimes for a person taking a step forward, it's just not wanting to be stuck in time. Looking at this, though, it makes me wonder, what are the different masks of Yukino that we're seeing in here? Is it the mask that she hides behind her intellectualization? Is it the mask that she hides when or that she wears when she's being friendly with Yui? Is it the one where she's a little uncomfortable and puts her hand over in order to put up this barrier for her to be able to talk about certain things? I'm looking at this and I'm like, how many different versions of Yukino are we seeing? Narrative versions, at least. And then even for of course, Hachiman being one of them, right? And even for Yui herself, maybe this is not a mask. Man, the edge switch up from Yui to Yukino has been insane. Mind you, Yukino has 10 million points right now. What the fuck is gonna happen? For her to grab onto his shirt, it's as though someone's slipping away from you and you don't want things to change too drastically or for things to go your way. The fucking tears, the emotion, brother. The emotion in just this fucking opening is insane. Like, legitimately, the whole aspect of color theory, right? Even using color theory, color psychology and the aspects of self in grasping onto others and trying to keep people there with you in the here and now, like, ooh. Isn't it interesting? I don't want an ideal replica. It still comes after Yui's running to him in the previous episode, right? But now Yukino was an ideal replica and Yui was genuine. In the last episode, it seemed as though Yui was the replica, right? In terms of like her running up and the emotions trying to go and progress in this. But this time, Yui was real in this opening. And Yukino kind of seems like an ideal replica. All I need is something real, and it goes back to Yui. Ah, brothers, I can't. I can't, man. If this is already the fucking layers of depth that we're like they're putting into the OP, and we're not understanding, like, for example, I'm not truly comprehending all the fucking layers of this. And even that, are they truly real, or is there someone else that's gonna come back that's more real? Is there someone else in the future that's gonna come in that is probably more real than this? This anime is messing with you. It is. Bro, wait till you see the third open. Is there a different opening every episode? It's beautiful, the fact that we already analyzed sort of the lyrics and some of the content in this in the first run through. The aspect of self makes me wonder, does he need time for himself in this way to go ahead and maybe heal, maybe learn and progress and whatever that may be? I also do want to ask this because I had a content creator friend who also does anime reactions that was mentioning, hey, season 3 of Oregairu apparently tanked for them, or it's not doing as good for them, or they're like, it's not good. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm fucking loving season 1 and season 2. So far, right? So far, season 1, season 2 started off with a fucking bang. And if every fucking episode is like this, banger, brother. What? It's great. For some people, especially those that do like the 20, like just, you know, emoji reaction content, which is fine for them. That's A-okay, right? I don't know. According to him, that it's just like season 3 wasn't as good as they thought it was going to be. Season 1's the appetizer. Season 2 is the main dish. Season 3 is a long time to come out. Has some pacing issues. Okay. Fair. Chad Shimon, man. Oh, Chad Chimon over here fucking has Yui and the other girl all up on him, brother. All up on him, brother. Look at fucking the difference in both. Hold on. This is beautiful integrate. You know what's funny is as much as I bring up elements of like, oh, you know what, like I don't like how she acts or whatnot. We have to remember she's a teenage girl. I hate to just be straight up about it, right? And not everyone is mean. No one is straight up mean in any way, shape, or form, or world like like that. And sometimes we acted like this as teenagers, right? To try and get attention, be the pick me boy, pick me girl, whatever. And sometimes we do fucked up shit, and that's the way of life, unfortunately. Is she? Yeah. Oh.
お化け屋敷の幽霊なんて怖くないだろう。怖いのは人間だ。
出たひねくれ。でもちょっと頼りになるかも。
人が脅かすタイプ。
How can you not fall for that, brother? The fucking blush. You're like a knight in shining armor, chat. Like, I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong here, how many of you, if a girl, partner, especially if you're a teenager, were to say that to you, brother, you'd be like, oh. If you had, in your normal mind, you're not Hachiman, your normal mind, how many of you guys would be like, hey, yo. Like, it's trying to go in a piece to an ego, right? Yeah. But because sometimes we layer our defenses so fucking thick, they literally bounce off, and those compliments turn into like, oh, you're just saying that because blah, 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 blah. The negative cognitive like distortions start coming through. And that's why it's important to go ahead and talk about it and analyze these interactions. Because this miscommunication happens all the fucking time.
お化け屋敷が一番怖い。
ダメだった。全く頼りにならない。
戸塚は全然平気そうだな。
うん、僕こういうの好きだから。
Oh. Oh. Kawasaki-san! Bro, Saki-san has true survival instincts. Saki-san's fight or flight instinct kicks in.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fucking survival instincts activate. That's so fucking good. She'll survive the horror film, but Yui, on the other hand, I don't know, man. I don't know. Saki is like a cross between Aqua and Darkness. The run, ask questions later, 100%. So I guess for you, and again, for Hachiman, this is of course just walking with your friends, doing whatever you need to do. But for yourself, what type of a person are you, and do you prefer, especially when you're visiting haunted museums, haunted attractions like this? Do you prefer someone to be timid and scared and oh no, right? Do you prefer a Psycha where they're like, oh yeah, I fucking do this all the time. Hell yeah, brother, scare me, right? Or Kawasaki was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, what do you prefer? Or someone that's just stone cold. Literally, like ice fucking cold. Like, no emotions, no nothing. Like, what do you prefer? Here's another question for you guys. I hate to ask this, but I'm going to ask this. Are there figurines of like Yui and Yukino in like a cat maid outfit or something? Or Saika? I'm just asking to be a cultured person. Maybe buy a figurine or something, or Kawasaki or something, Just asking casually.
超痛かったけど。いや、まあ、なんだ。
お。
ありがとう。じゃあ行こっか。
お。That didn't last her long.
結構怖かった。すっごく楽しかったね。
Two different emotions.
遊び倒した感じだな。そろそろ行くか。
したらエビナ呼んでくんね。 エビナ、行くよ。お化け屋敷の効果が出てるのかな。
どうだかな。
So even with Ebina, right? I guess here's a question for you, right? I can't seem to find any Psycho figurines. Here's a question for you about Ebina in general. Is she really looking for a romantic partner at this time? Do you think that she would really be looking for any type of romantic or whatnot? Probably not. And that's a-okay. I oftentimes there's like sexuality is a spectrum, right? And sometimes even we're talking about hypersexual and hyposexual, but hypersexuality can literally be due to, for example, a lot of times people don't seem to fully understand that, like, for example, I guess I'll put this here: psycho, physical, emotional health affect your goals, which can create deviancy, which can create a subset of emotions, which impacts sex. This is how you get ED and a bunch of other stuff, right? So I want to go ahead and highlight the look in general chat. What happened? Oh my God! Woo! Woo! Oh fucking! Oh! Can I get both? Sorry, I just looked at general chat and they put in a bunny outfit of Yui and Yukino wearing thigh highs. Woo, brother! Hey, yo, chat. Somebody mind getting me that? I'd fucking display a prime pattern here, brothers. I gotta put out a loan for it. Wait, really? Is it that expensive? Holy shit, man. Okay. So the main element that I was trying to get at, individuals with high sexual deviancy can subset their actual emotions or finding partners or whatnot based on their goals. Doesn't necessarily have to mean they can be asexual, 110%, right? But at the same time, individuals will have a high set of like, hey, you know what? Like, let's say that everything is sexualized for them, right? Like, oh my God, I want to write a fucking novel about how Kathmi ended up going into the dungeon Meshi world and how he ends up like, I don't know, doing some weird stuff. I'm gonna make a novel here about how Masters ends up being mastered at blooming into you, you know. I'm gonna make a novel about Asha Morphe going into fucking Oregairu as their teenage self and trying to fuck with Hachiman there, right? And him and Hachiman finding out that they actually have feelings for one another. Like, all of these aspects, right, can actually be a subset of goal to try and not go ahead and focus on the main aspect of attachment, sexuality, focusing on whatever like romanticism there is out there, because it's easier to go ahead and sexualize and have a subset of goals, base pyramid needs met. So for example, if we're looking at this, what is the base need? Sex. Either masturbation or sex is a base need. So it's for psychological, physiological, physical release, emotional release of emotions, endorphins, whatever you want to go ahead and call it, right? And by the way, it doesn't necessarily mean, like, you know, I hate to put it this way, and I'm going to be very straight up about it, right? Whenever I'm talking about this, I get people saying, is it really a fucking release? And why are we talking about it with Davina? Where did she land looking at this? Normally, even within a sexual element, right? What we end up finding is a majority of the population, right? Whenever we're talking about a great majority of the population, has a normal sex distribution or aspect where sex plays an important aspect in their life. There is a small deviancies, right? Which can be individuals that are either hypersexual or hyposexual. And there's the extremities of no sex at all and sex all the fucking time. Whenever we're talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and whenever we're talking about sex in general, we're talking about this population here. The deviancies, the extreme deviances, aren't usually touched on because it's such a smaller percentage of the overall population. Which is why whenever we're talking about sex, and specifically to do with sexual deviancy that like we're seeing, right? Do you think that at this moment that she prioritizes relationships and sex with others? And by relationships, I don't mean platonic friendships. I mean sexual relationships or trying to find a partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever that may be. Can we fulfill the esteem and self-realization later through sex? You can, not necessarily. A lot of people, that's called essentially like a negative form of coping skills, because you're trying to go ahead and fill in your esteem through sex. It helps build up to your esteem, but it's not a replacement for esteem. However, let's say that you're getting it on with the partner, right? And they're like, like you whip it out and they're like, oh, is that it? What does that do to your esteem? It's a maladaptive behavior, 100%. Let's say that you were to whip it out, right? And you're like, you're ready to go to town, and your partner's like, heh, is that it? What does that do to you? That fucking crushes you, right? However, should your whole esteem be built on sex? No, that's a maladaptive behavior, maladaptive coping skill overall. You don't do that, right? Then that's the main element that I'm trying to bring up here. And sometimes, what does it mean if you're in a group show, group environment, whatnot, and you start dating someone in that group? The group dynamic changes. And I wonder if Abina is, I know she's smart enough to probably realize that, right? Like, let's say that like she were to start dating any of the guys in this environment, right? Do you guys think the group dynamic would change for the better or for the worst, or would people start splitting off in their own ways? I'm throwing that right out there to you guys and towards any of the characters in this group, right? Anyway, let's go.
あら奇遇ね。
お前もこっち来てたの？
ええ、虎の子渡しの庭という別名があるそうよ。どのあたりが虎なのかと思って。
Ask Freezy.
やっぱ虎の猫科だから気になったんですかね。こいつ猫大好きフリスキーだもんな。
All of them just fucking looking. The number of eyes on you, brother. God damn. Oh, I for sure would know I'm not fucking welcomed here. What the site? Other people want to know if the OP is in here. The right OP, apparently.
結構難しいね。ね。
あんまやりすぎて海老名さんに嫌がられてもな。それに一人消せない行動をとっているやつがいる。
それに何？
いや、なんでもない。
任せきりになってしまってごめんなさいね。全然気にしないで。代わりと言ってはなんだけど、一応私の方でも考えてみたの。
何をだ？
女性に好まれそうな京都の名所。彼らの参考になればと思って。ああ、ユキナさすが。では私は戻るわ。うん。じゃあまた明日。ええ、また明日。
Here's where they're fucking up. Do you know what could have made their life 1,000 times easier? I feel like a lot of people take advice like this and they go and bat in the wrong field. And I love that they're trying to come together and like do something or fix something in this regard. But where are they fucking up in this whole interaction of trying to go and like appease Abina? You're not playing in their wheelhouse. What do we know is Abina's wheelhouse so far? They're not considering the person, right? Right. They're not considering what they like, what they're into. Propinquity is based off of the fact that you're doing something with people in a space, right? In an environment where both people are content and truly happy. You want to build propinquity? Hey, Abina, hey, do you have any books that you've written that like I'd really want to go ahead and read whatever you've written? Hey, Abina, yo, can I be there next time that you're writing a book? Like, let's talk a little bit about this. Hey, I'm writing a book. Do you want to come and give me some ideas as to how to go ahead and do certain things? So the guy would have to like BL? Not necessarily, but I'm using this extreme example as a way of just showcasing certain elements, right? Because it's not just a one and done, it's a multiple occasion things. So for example, hey, you really like fancy cocktails. Let's go get some cocktails, dude. Let's go chat and whatnot. We'll talk about how good it is, whatnot. Let's go out for dinner, right? It's right on the spot. But the main element from that is because you build propinquity based on the positive emotions that are being set there. You can build negative propinquity as well. Totally fine, right? But you can also trauma bond from that. But anyway, aside from the point, let's keep going. It's really interesting because it's making me wonder how much propinquity has Hachiman built with the girls, and then who would he prioritize? If Yukino and Yui were in trouble, who does he prioritize? Anyway. Lawson?
卑怯じゃん。あんさ、あんたら一体何してるわけ？あんま海老名にちょっかい出すのやめてくれる？
Damn.
聞いてんの？
聞いてる。それに別にちょっかい出してるわけじゃない。
出してるでしょ。見てればわかるし。
Damn.
そういうの迷惑なんだけど。
迷惑か。でもそうしてほしいってやつもいるからな。 それにお前は直接的な被害を受けてるわけでもない。
But it does.
これから被害受けんの。
Right.
あんたさ、ユイと付き合ってるなら海老名のことだってわかるっしょ。
別に全然。
何勘違いしてんの？キモ。ユイが引き男と付き合うわけないじゃん。そういうのじゃなくて何？ユイと話してたりしたらわかるでしょってこと。キモ。
もう一回付け足さなくても。
I dislike the way that she approaches these conversations. I really, really dislike that, right? But we have to remember, for them, especially if you're queen of high school type mentality there, right? Like being straight up about it. How would you address others? For starters, don't insult people. Yeah, for starters, don't insult people you talk to. But also the fakeness of wearing a mask whenever she's with the other guys and whatnot, and then letting her real side out. It's interesting. It's interesting.
いいじゃないですか。
エビナ、黙ってれば男受けいいから紹介してくれってやつ結構いんの。でも紹介しようとすると超やんわり拒否ってさ。照れてんだと思って私も結構しつこく勧めたわけ。したらあいつ笑いながら、あ、じゃあもういいやって、私のこと超他人みたいな感じで言ったの。エビナは自分のことあんまり話さないし、私も別に聞かない。けどそういうの嫌いなんだと思う。
それは少し違う。
So then you're telling me that she hangs out with your friend group, but you don't truly know her? Conceptualize that for a second. She hangs out in your friend group, but you don't truly know her? Like, no, that's not an excuse. She's just a teenager with shitty behavior. At the end of the day, the shitty behavior, you can't excuse it, right? However, you do have to remember that their brain isn't fully formed. And your brain isn't fully formed until you're like 25, brother. Shallow relationships. Yeah, but can shallow relationships still maintain an aspect of genuineness, right? And that's the main aspect I guess I'll throw out there. Can shallow fake relationships still carry an aspect of truth?
何かを守るためにいくつも犠牲にするくらいなら捨ててしまうのだろう。今手にしている関係さえも。
私さ、今結構楽しいんだ。だから余計なことしないでくれる？
Fair.
それなら心配ない。葉山がどうにかするっつってたからな。
なんそれ。まあ隼人が言うならいいけど。ああ、すごい。
ちょっと休憩だな。
そうね。あ、とべっちだ。
Yukino's like a grandma.
引谷くん、相談忘れてないよね。
おお。
どうどう？メンズたちの仲はむつまじ？
仲はいいんじゃないか。夜とかトランプしてるし。
それじゃあ私が見れないし、美味しくないし。私のいるところで男子たちが固まってるの見るのが一番いいんだけどな。まあ、
俺たちも嵐山行くし。
Oh, low stamina as always, right? Don't play such a it worked. Well, I mean, it worked. This worries me.
にするか。
しないで。
Hold on.
ちょっと休憩だな。
This worries me, right? Because number one, it could just be that she's an Oba-chan, but number two, it could also mean that health-wise, she isn't necessarily the best, right? We've seen her get sick, we've seen her whatnot, and it just worries me if there's other precursor conditions that we don't fully know about Yukino. That's one thing that, like, for me stands out. You can play tennis, brother. For example, you can play tennis, you can do whatnot, but it could still be into a tragic girlfriend anime.
忘れてないよね。
おお。
どうどう？メンズたちの仲はむつまじ？
仲はいいんじゃないか。夜とかトランプしてるし。
それじゃあ私が見れないし、美味しくないし。もっとさ、
This is a show, isn't it? She's literally layering the message here, isn't she? I want the guys to be tight where I can see them. There's a double meaning on her words. Yeah, no, absolutely. She's like the guy, subtext in Oregairu, never. never.
どうメンズたちの仲はむつまじい？
仲はいいんじゃないか。夜とかトランプしてるし。
それじゃあ私が見れないし美味しくないし、もっとさ私のいるところで男子たちが固まってるの見るのが一番いいんだけどな。
Plus, it's very performance oriented, especially in the way that she's approaching it. But in comes in the next layer, and this is what I talked about previously, which is, does she want to mess up the relationship dynamics, the group dynamics, if she were to date any of them? Probably not. Like, probably not, right? And I think this is one of the key areas. She went with the serious stuff and immediately turned into performance. 100%. 100%. That's why I'm looking at her. And earlier on, I was pointing out, like, does she seem like the type of individual that wants to impact group dynamics? I don't know. I don't know if
まあ、俺たちも嵐山行くし、その時に。
That face, bro. That face. It's the same face that she gave the bitch girl. It's the same face, bro. You know that this is a fucking. Oh, she knows. She knows. She knows. Of course she knows. Of course she knows. She knows. Oh fuck. Oh wait. If someone comes to me, dude, and they're like, how what I would give to go ahead and have a redhead fall from the sky. Oh, what I would do. What I would do. Right? Oh, Yumiko's great. Who's into BL? God damn. Stare.
夕食入らなくなるわよ。じゃあヒッキーにあげる。
Oh.
なんでちょっとずつ半端に口をつけちゃうのこの子は。先輩は甘いことから食べたんですけど。
これどうしよう、ユキノ。少しだけね。あなたも手伝いなさい。
まあ食べられるけど。
じゃあはい。
Oh. They're breaking bread. Exactly, they're breaking bread. This is a concept that I brought up, I think, a long time ago. One of the greatest ways to go ahead and bring our defense system down and be able to go ahead and like be able to communicate and truly be like open in our forms of communication is by breaking bread, is by eating with the people that we care about. Or even if we don't like that person, if we eat, we're able to go ahead and meet a person where they're at, right? It's a lot harder to have your defenses up when you're eating. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Fucking love this episode so far.
悪くない。働かずに食べるご飯って超うまい。
Aww. Why do I feel like we're about to hit a turning point, though? Like, this goes for any fucking anime. Once it hits like this soft spot that you're like, oh, this is really sweet, memorable. It feels as though we're about to hit a turning point and a big fucking train is about to come and like divide them, you know?
すごいね、ここ。それに足元。
灯籠か。
ここがいいよ、多分。
何が？
告られる。
Oh, Yui! Damn, Yui! In front of Yukino too? Damn, Yui! In front of Yukino too? Ah! Oh, I'm afraid. I'm so fucking afraid, brother. Oh, no. Damn. Someone confesses to you and you get... Eh?
ここがいいよ、多分。何が？
Oh,
ここがいいよ、多分。
oh,
ここがいいよ、多分。
oh. Oh.
ロケーションとしてはいいんじゃないかしら。だよね。
戸辺が勝負
Damn, Yumi. I'm fucking terrified, dude. Like, legit. There's one thing I want to talk about. Like, literally, I'm like inside of me, all my like I'm just fucking tight right now. I'm so fucking sounds wrong. I'm so fucking like my stomach's a mess right now just thinking about like being in this situation as a high schooler. If you put yourself in that mentality, what would happen if things go right or wrong, or if things go horribly wrong? This is why I'm afraid of Hachiman. I'm afraid of what Hachiman specifically will do to himself. Because he's the type of individual that will try and swing a way where everyone gets something right other than himself.
やべえ緊張してきたやべえ
大丈夫だ
トベも彼女持ちか俺と遊んだりしなくなるんだろうなそんなことねえからってかやべえわ
なんかこっちまで緊張するね。
Oh.
なあ戸辺
なに隼人君今俺結構テンパってんだけど
いやなんでもない
Oh, he was probably telling you not to do
頑張れ
it.
って言おうと思ったけど顔見たら勇気が失せた
ひどくねでもなんか緊張解けてきたわ
I mean, okay. Would you? This is your best friend. Your best friend is about to go confess to a girl that you kind of already know the end result of. Your best friend is psyching himself up. Do you encourage them to go through with it or not? Worst you can say is no. Well, there's worse things than that. Better do it than not. In my opinion, it's better to get closure, right? Yeah, I think she should probably get a proper answer. 100%. My one of my opinions is get closure. Even if it fucking hurts, at least you're able to move on from it, right? And here's the thing. A lot of people don't know how to go ahead and take no for an answer or get that aspect of like being shut down. I had a sociology professor in my master's program that would literally be like, hey, you know what you guys are going to do today? We're going out tonight for a specific aspect. And even then, I still had some other trainers that would be like, all right, we're going out tonight for class. You guys ready? Cool. I want you guys to get rejected 100 times tonight. Find ways to deal with that rejection. Go. If you get a yes, awesome. If you get accepted, you know, that's a +1. Awesome. I want you guys to go and get rejected 100 times. Find ways to deal with the rejection therapy. Yep. And social psychology is finding out ways to deal with social settings, right? Ways to deal with the social elements of this. I'll tell you guys what, from being hurt, from literally your self-esteem being hurt and coming down and coming down and coming down, it turns into a interesting thing what your mind does. After the 10th, 50th rejection, you know what you start doing? Instead of being like, oh, okay, thank you. What do you think your brain starts to do? Especially once you get used to the rejection. And if you have proper coping mechanisms and whatnot to go through with it. You start making fun of it. No, the love of my life has rejected me. Wherever shall I find my princess? Oh no, my self-esteem is shattered. You know, because you already know this is another one that's going to go in the books. Cool, number 51. Who gives a shit? It turns you into a silly guy. So after a while, it stops affecting you to that level of like you taking it personally every single time. For some people, it can if you don't have the proper like support network, whatnot. But it's just to deal with the rejections to be able to keep moving and keep working towards whatever goal is there. When we're looking at this though, rejection is helpful. Do I actually try it, dude? Honestly, because here's the thing: you're at a club, you get rejected. What happens to your mood if you get rejected? If you're out in a club setting, out in a bar, you're bummed. So one of the key aspects through that is learning how to go ahead and take this feeling of being hurt, being able to move on forward and not feel bummed, and take that energy with you so it's easier for you to make friends. It's easier for you to go out there and try and make more friendships. Call me my queen. Ed, social professor, is the author of 100 Girlfriends and Call Me Son confirmed. Oh no. Oh no. But Lord, I'm gonna be straight up. Uni is the perfect time to experiment with this. Because once you're out of uni, apparently the social world expects you to already have all your skills set ready. ready to go. Once you're out of school, society expects you to have all your skill set ready to go. Uni is like the prime place to go make friends, fuck around, mess up a little bit, you know.
やけに非協力的だな。
そうかな。
そうだろう。むしろ邪魔されてた気がするけどな。
そういうつもりはなかったんだけどな。
He knows.
俺は今が気に入ってるんだよ。戸辺もひなもみんなでいる時間も結構好きなんだ。だから
それで壊れるくらいなら、もともとその程度のもんなんじゃねえの。
そうかもしれない。
But I mean, Hachiman, here's your flaw in logic, right? Fake friendships can still be friendships. Fake relationships can still be relationships. I don't have to know everything about your fucking background story and what happened to your dog when you were 3 years old. But if we literally are able to go ahead and connect on fucking Warhammer 40k or Señor Pingüino or anime or whatnot, like, yes, we can thrive on a relationship on that and still be good friends. Yes, our relationship, we might meet each other for a reason, a season, or even a whole life, right? But we might go our own separate ways, and that's still okay. That is A-okay.
けど失ったものは戻らない。
Yeah.
そんな上っ面の関係で楽しくやろうって方がおかしい。
そうかな。俺はこれが上っ面だなんて思ってない。今の俺にとってはこの環境が全てだよ。
いや、上っ面だろ。じゃあ戸辺はどうなる？
何度か諦めるよ。
And what makes that shallow, Hachiman? Because couldn't the same be said about you and Yui and Yukino? Considering the fact that, like, so far, a lot of your relationship is literally just based off of this club. Your friendship is based off of this club. And I haven't really seen you truly be very vulnerable, more logical with them. So would you rate your relationship standards at this current moment with your friends in the same level of shallowness as opposed to theirs where they're fighting to try and maintain a group like that? But can it be called propinquity? Oh, yeah. And honestly, when you build propinquity and when you have elements like this, oof. Never called his relationship with Yui and Yukino as a friendship. Well, I'll put it like this. Why? Why doesn't he establish a title with him? Because then it'll fucking hurt him. So yeah, he's living on this shallow existential aspect of himself, right? Because he's afraid of taking that big boy step. So he's afraid of taking that big boy step and admitting it. So he's in a shallow relationship structure. No matter how you look at it, the moment that you connect with someone else that is a relationship, doesn't have to be an in-depth relationship, can be acquaintances, can be whatnot, but a propinquity level is set with someone. So therefore, you establish a relationship meter with someone, right? The moment that I'm like, yeah, I don't know this person, and even though I've known you for a while, ooh, because the words he just said can be also said to him. That's exactly it. Like, for me, it's, to be fair, doesn't Yukino have any friends? I mean, you could probably consider Yui, like her and her openness with Yui, at a friendship level, right? But the fact that others even call it out to him, Yui goes and talks to you. He's like, she's not my girlfriend, right? But they pointed out, Yui goes and talks to you. Yui has this relationship with you. Who's going to call out Hachiman for this cognitive distortion? Is it going to be Hayato? Is it going to be Sensei? Someone needs to call out Hachiman for his distorted view of thinking, and that might make him relapse. I'm just going to be straight up. That might make him fucking relapse. Because the moment that you get called out on your shit, is that a good feeling? No. No, it fucking never is. It hurts. It fucking hurts. And that's why I bring that up.
今のヒナが心を開くとは思えないから。それでも先のことはわからない。だから戸辺には結論を急いで欲しくなかったんだ。
勝手な言い分だな。それはお前の都合でしかない。
なら、君はどうなんだ？君ならどうする？
俺の話なんてどうでもいいだろう。きっと俺ならなんて考えるだけ無駄だ。俺と葉山は違う。戸辺だってもちろん違う。俺の話なんて本当にどうでもいい話で、本当にどうしようもない話だ。つまりお前は何も変えたくないってことだな。
ああ、そうだ。君にだけは頼りたくなかったのにな。
お互い様だよ、バカ野郎。
Is Hachiman gonna self-destruct? I feel like as much as they don't You know, they say that they don't like each other. There's an era of maybe even understanding, an era of care. Is Hachiman gonna self-destruct the entire everything? Because for me, this is something that happens, which is, I guess I'll ask you guys this question. Hachiman keeps bringing up the aspect of like, oh, no one else like really cares about him. He's lower than a piece of trash. He's lower than whatever. Does he love himself? Does he truly love and or like himself? Because I'll tell you what, individuals that white knight and, you know, literally, as we saw in season 1, step up and become the villain, it's usually an issue with self-love. It's usually an issue of trying to go ahead and, you know, understand oneself and understand what one is feeling and truly understanding and whatnot. That it's easier for you to become the villain than for others to feel that pain. Loving himself as his defense mechanism. Is it really? Especially if you're hurting yourself along the process? Ooh.
葉山が守ろうとしているものなんて俺にはわからない。わからないままでいい。だからできることがある。
Bro, what a fucking like.
飛べ。
引谷君、やべえわ。今の俺かなり来てるわ。
なあ、お前振られたらどうするんだ。
いや、言う前からそれってひどくない？
Bro.
いいから早く答えろ。海老名さん来ちゃうだろ。
そりゃ諦めらんないっしょ。俺さ、こういう適当な人間じゃん。けど、今回結構マジっつうかさ。
そうか。なら最後の最後まで頑張れよ。
おお、やっぱ引谷君いいやつじゃん。
ちげえよ。バカ。
ヒキ、いいとこあるじゃん。どういう風の吹き回し？
The fact that you girls have said that should have fucking sparked the red flag. The fact that you guys have said that should have sparked the biggest fucking red flag imaginable. Wow, you can really be a good guy. No one switches overnight. And this is something that I want to fucking throw out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys find someone that immediately fucking, they start acting weird, or they're like, wow, you seem like a lot more of a better person, like immediately, ask why. My big fear out of all of this is, number one, how does Hachiman keep the group dynamics together? So GC. GD, my bad. Well, then we have Ibina, and then the guys. How does Hachiman keep the group that group dynamic together, keep Ibina happy, and keep the guys tight? Self-destruction. Group dynamics. Group dynamics. Outside intervention. I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. By the way, guys, let me know if this is true, but you guys were mentioning in general, and I know I got some DMs saying that I should read the light novel because apparently there's like a lot more in-depth material in the light novel or something in regards to some of their thoughts or like the interactions between some of the characters and Hachiman. Apparently, I don't fucking know, but oh man.
そうじゃないんだよ、マジで。このままだと飛べは振られる。
そうかもしれないわね。そうだね。
一応丸く収める方法はある。
No. No. No.
あなたに任せるわ。
No, Yuki, no. No, Yuki, no. No.
まず間違いなく飛べは振られる。飛べ自身には多少の覚悟はあるだろう。だが他は彼らの関係を大事に思っているのは
Oh, she didn't
ではない。だから彼女はあんな依頼を出してきたのだ。だから彼はああも苦悩していたのだ。なくしたくない。その手に掴んでおきたい。三者の願いは一つだ。
God damn, brothers.
その
飛べを振られないようにし、かつ彼らのグループの関係性を保ち、エビナさんとも仲いいままにしておく。
Someone has to step up and be a bet. But is that the only thing that you can do? Here's the thing, and here's why there's so many people out there who have this mentality that only you can do this, right? there are other features and other steps you can do. And it fucking breaks my heart because oftentimes I hate to be straight up about it. It's the only thing that has worked for them so far. But oftentimes, here's what ends up happening, right? And here's the sad reality of things. Individuals who are like who have this schema that like their way is the only way to make things work correctly. What happens to them as they grow up? They're the ones that end up with a lot more of the self-harm, SMI diagnosis. They're the ones that end up with a very, like, you know, essentially being very distraught, extreme depression, guilt, and there's no support structure. So oftentimes their suicidality rates are some of the highest. Their rates for quite literally, yeah. Oof.
方法は一つしかねえじゃねえか。
あのさ、俺。
He's gonna go and confess. And Ebina's gonna take it out on him. And Ebina's gonna say something along the lines like, I don't like guys, I'm not really into dating at the moment, or something in that regard. Or like I'm over here thinking like, oh, it's that crash and burn. He has to do something that keeps everyone on the element in here because it softens the blow for the other guy. However, he becomes the main vitriol point of hate. He's gonna kiss Toby. Oh no! Oh no!
俺さ。
ずっと前から好きでした。俺と付き合ってください。
Where's the comedy? Ed spoils himself again. No, what a horrible thing to fucking do, though. Oh no. Classic Hachiman move. It is a classic Hachiman move, but the comedy's dead. But pinche pendejo haciendo esto se acaba de ahorcar el güey. Like doing this, he's literally painted himself as the biggest fucking target. Everyone else might understand where this is coming from, right, in the long term. But guess what? Socially, how do you have to act? Even if you understand why he did this in the group dynamic or whatnot, socially, how do you have to treat Hachiman? Like he's a fucking dick. And everyone else is going to hear about this. And Hachiman's reputation and what people feel as though Hachiman is real just goes down. Oh. Fuck. She got the hint. She understands. Oh my God. The light in her eyes. Her little fucking expressions, brother. Her little fucking expressions. She like understands what she has to do. Fuck, bro. My heart hurts for Hachiman. Get Hachiman some fucking therapy now. Oh.
ごめんなさい。今は誰とも付き合う気がないの。誰に告白されても付き合う気はないよ。
Oh.
話終わりなら私もう行くね。
だとよ。
Where's the comedy? God damn, I'm trying to fucking find it, brother. Where the fuck is the comedy? Hold on. Where's the comedy? Is it here? Because fuck, bro, we're just getting hit with a bunch of I'm laughing through the tears. This hurts, brother. This hurts.
引谷君、それはないでしょう。いや、振られる前に分かってよかったけどよ。ないわ。いや、ないわ。
まだ時期じゃないってことだ。今はこの関係を楽しんでおくのもいいんじゃないか。
まあそうね。言うても今はって言ってたし。 悪いけど俺負けねえから。
すまない。
は
Hayato's gonna be
君は
like,
そういう
bro.
やり方しか知らないんだと分かっていたのに。すまない。
あ謝るんじゃねえよ。
Fuck. Fuck. They're both wrong. And I'll tell you why. I hate to put it this way, but you should love in a way that allows the other person to be free, open, and honest. One of them is afraid of change, right? And then the other one wants to grant everyone's request. At the moment, John F. However, that doesn't mean that words won't spread about this incident. And that's the main thing, like, in it, right? If you knew he was going to self-destruct, why did you give him or them the builder to do so? They're both selfish. There's an individual that I like. There's a couple of high school teenagers that I've worked with in the past that would self-destruct in this way because it brought them the same relief that, I hate to put it this way, self-harming did. For them, they would rather be seen like, you know, have to take the right steps to save everyone else in the process. And it became like, and their words, not mine. They're like, it's just an easier relief pattern than, you know, cutting or doing some of these other self-harm tendencies to go out and, like, you know, save my friends or save a relationship or save others. And it's like, but in the process, you're destroying yourself and you're still self-harming. In the process, you're going out there and your esteem is being hit, even though you feel like you don't have any. In the process, other people that genuinely care about you might look at you and might be like, what are you doing? Like, we want you to start going up. And all you're doing as you're starting to go up is you bring yourself back down and you relapse hard in that element. Support structures, man. Support structures, empathy, and love matters. And looking at this, I'm like, through Hayato's side, change will always happen. No matter what. You might stay in your room and literally like lock the door and be like, I'm never coming out. But what's happening around your room? What is happening even to your desk, your computer, your internet, your like every single little thing? Change is happening, man. In the moment, like it's better for you to have that door open and be able to see change come and go than lock yourself in and then try and open up the door and everything's changed. And now you're terrified. Hachiman X therapy is the best shit. Oh.
あなたのやり方嫌いだわ。ユキのうまく説明できなくてもどかしいのだけれど、あなたのそのやり方。
Oh. Oh.
ユキの先に戻るわ。
You want me to be honest with you guys? I like this question. I like this question a lot. Analytically, psychologically, how much time would a person like Hachiman have time to crawl out of this pitfall? I'm gonna be straight up with you. If let's say that I was Hachiman's psychologist, he comes into my office. It would take him a while. It would take him years, probably, to start working out of it. In fact, if he were to be in a relationship, I would be scared. I would be legitimately fucking scared of him being in a relationship. Being straight up about it. Because this is something that's been built over many, many years. And so he will definitely need at least like CBT, DBT, humanistic therapies, maybe some psychodynamics to be able to go on in there. We would probably have to go ahead and do like a full-on psychoeducational aspect of confrontational schemas. Cognitive behavioral therapy, not cock and ball torture, Freezy. Like, you know, there's so many elements of like work that would have to happen with Hachiman and even attachment therapy and narrative therapy at that, for him to start understanding how to rework his environment, which is why I'm afraid. If he were to ever be in a relationship, how healthy would that relationship be? Even if he's going up or healing or whatnot. Whatever his first relationship is, I would be fucking terrified because I would point out there, do you have the proper coping skills to withstand the relapse? Do you have the proper support structure to withstand the relapse? You know, there's so many questions that I would throw out there, especially if he's not into it. For you, not to be able to put something into words. It is. It really is. Damn, and Yui does walk away.
私たちも戻ろうか。
そうだな。
いやあの作戦はダメだったね。確かに驚いたし、ヒナもタイミング逃しちゃったけどさ。
だな。
けど、
ユイ。
びっくりだった。一瞬本気かと思っちゃったもん。
なわけないだろ。
Bro, she's dropping all the hits. She's dropping the fucking hits. She's a B2 bomber coming through and dropping these fucking bombs. I thought you were serious for a second there. Pew, pew, pew. The brother, how the fuck aren't you catching this? How aren't you catching this, brother? Bombing run authorized.
でもさ、こういうのもうなしね。
Oh.
俺が一番効率が良かった。それだけだ。
効率とはそういうことじゃないよ。
解決を望まない奴もいる。現状維持がいいって奴もいて、みんなに都合よくはできないだろ。言っているうちに自覚してしまう。
Oh, he's
奇弁だ。俺がこの世で最も嫌った欺瞞だ。
エ
oh.
ッチも振られてないし、男子もなんか仲良さげで、ヒナも気にしなくて。
It's trauma brain.
これでまた明日からいつも通り変わらないで済むのかもしれない。
Except for the pain that you've had to endure.
けどさ、人の気持ちもっと考えてよ。
10 million points for Yui. 10 million points for Yui. Oh my god, brother. Ah! 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 I mean, it's great that he recognizes it. 10 million yakalos, brother. Oh, the inflation is real. The point inflation's about to get out of control, brother.
なんでいろんなことがわかるのにそれがわからないの？
I'm about to add another zero, brother. I'm about to add another fucking zero. That's amazing. Oh, and she's stating how she feels. I never wanted to see something like that. What is this inflation? Oh, shit, brother. Damn. Someone calls me out on my shit like this. Someone that shows me someone that cares. That shows me someone that genuinely like sees what's happening. I gotta be straight up with you. How could you not fall in love with Yui from that, dude? Someone that genuinely cares and see what's wrong and shares their emotion and their struggles and whatnot that they're seeing you go through. And they're like, bro, like, what the fuck is going on? That's my fucking heart, man. My fucking heart. Like, Yui just is straight up showcasing, like, hey, like, I care about you. What the fuck are, like, you know, it's, you don't always have to sacrifice yourself in that way. As a friend, as an individual, that says more than what, like, anyone else has said. Oregairu did it again.
お待たせしちゃった。
いや、
God damn. God damn.
俺言っておこうと思って。
別に言わなくていい。相談されたことについちゃ解決してない。
表向きはね。でも理解してたでしょ。
男子同士を仲良くというのは自分から男子を遠ざけてほしい。ひいては戸辺の告白を未然に防いでほしいということだ。これは葉山にも相談していたのだろう。だから葉山は悩み、ああいう中途半端な態度を取るしかなかった。
今回はありがとう。
What an amazing fucking episode.
ダメでゴミカスみたいな人間だが、いいやつだと思うけどな。
無理無理。だって今の私が誰かと付き合ったってうまくいきっこないもん。
Yeah, you're not ready?
私腐ってるから。
Just the way we like him. I'm kidding. I can make her worse. Self-aware Fujo. She says that as if it's a bad thing. Guys, listen, I can fix her. Fuck you guys, I love you. Keep the hat.
ならしょうがないな。
そうしょうがない
No.
私引谷君とならうまく付き合えるかもね
That better be a fucking joke. Ebina, that better be a fucking joke. Ebina, that better be a fucking joke, brother. You can't fucking drop this. It might work out if it's with you. It better be a fucking joke. Oh. Oh. I'm fucking holding on, brother. Harem root's the only way. Oh. Oh. He's in.
冗談でもやめてくれ。あんまり適当なこと言われるとうっかり折れそうになる。
そうやってどうでもいい人には素直になるとこは嫌いじゃないよ。
奇遇だな。俺も自分のそういう。
She fucking reads you so clearly, even when others aren't comfortable saying that. Can we drop some Doritos for Bina for that, though? For being straight up and truthful about it. And she's calling this out, right? Which is like everyone else can read you like an open book in that regard because you're able to go out and be that way. No one else has had the gall and the guts to go out and say that. But yet we clearly see him be different with Yukino and with Yui. We're gonna give Ibina here, I think, a solid 50,000 points. I think. I think no. You know what? We're gonna give her a solid 69,420. That's how many points we're gonna give her for this. For being able to properly call this out and even understand quickly, like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not in you're in there in this element. 69,420. And that's one of the major elements in that.
ところが嫌いじゃない。
私だってこういう心にもないことスパッと言えちゃうとこ嫌いじゃないよ。私ね、今の自分とか自分の周りとかも好きなんだよ。こういうの久しぶりだからなくすのは惜しいなって。今いる場所が一緒にいてくれる人が好き。だから私は自分が嫌い。
Yeah.
大事だから失いたくないから隠して装ってだから誰もが嘘をつく。
But that's the thing is sometimes we all wear masks, Hachiman, and you have to understand that. Sometimes we feel good in certain instances and we have to wear a mask in order to fit in socially in one area while still maintaining our private life private, right? Or maintaining other areas of a life that we don't necessarily want to bring to light just yet. Yeah, talking about mask, 100%. 100%. What a powerful fucking anime. What an amazing comedy, guys. I've been laughing nonstop. Not even fucking crying. Just like laughing, crying, you know.
けれど一番の大嘘つきは
Is you?
俺だった。
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. I'm giving this episode like a fucking 10 out of 10. This episode was fucking hype, brothers. I'm not even gonna fucking, you know, I'm not even gonna lie. This episode is a solid fucking 10 out of 10 in terms of like showcasing who these characters are in their nature and like just realizing all the character dynamics, who Hachiman is as a person, what's going on. What a phenomenal comedy, guys. I'm blown away. I'm fucking blown away. Peak cinema. All right, let's listen to the ending and then I'll give you my full thoughts. Hold on. Why am I afraid? Yui, please don't be a connecting little dot between them all. I don't fucking know. I'm getting a weird feeling deep inside my fucking anus right now. I'm looking at this and I'm like, Yui, the way that you're holding on to both of them. Be not afraid. I be afraid. I'd be fucking terrified right now. This shot, right? Yui holding on to both of them, literally like a connection between them. And the way that it's been showcasing just Yui in the far away frames and shit. I'm terrified. What's going to happen? And even worse, will there be new characters introduced that come in and maybe even steal Hachiman's heart? Or come in and challenge Hachiman in a way we haven't seen? Wait. Silently, Yukinoshito Yukino makes her decision. Wait.
お兄ちゃんいないと静かだね。ねえかくん。
Makes her decision about what?
お兄ちゃんうまくやってるかね。ねえかくん。はあ、お兄ちゃんいないと暇だな。かく遊ぼう。よーし。
Ooh!
どこ行くの？早く帰ってこない。
I hope Bro comes back soon. Oh, I gotta say, 10 out of 10 fucking episode. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. 10 out of 10 fucking episode. That was peak anime cinema. That was peak cinema. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you, man. What a phenomenal way of literally 20 something minutes. Showcase the story better than most fucking Hollywood movies do in like 3 movies, 6 hours each. Like, god damn, brother. God damn. Peak. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, hold up. With that being said, YouTube, I appreciate you being here. I hope you guys hit that like button, comment, subscribe. That horror deal, it means a lot. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are fucking goats, ladies and gentlemen.